Hi, thank you all again for joining the live AMA today with us. I'm Kristen from BSC Army, the first decentralized autonomous organization for social media industry on Binance Smart Chain. Today I'll be the host, and joining with us is John from my DeFi Pet. So we're broadcasting from our YouTube channel. Again, if you're new here, don't forget to like, subscribe, turn on your notification for more new interesting videos every single week. And also please stay back until the end of this live to join our giveaway with a reward of 150 D-Pets. So John, are you ready to give a little introduction about yourself?
Sure. Hi, everyone. Thank you, BSC Army, for having me today. My name is John. I'm the Chief Business Officer of my DeFi Pet. The background about me is I have I joined blockchain and I studied blockchain technology back in 2015, and I worked at the Carter Chain, a blockchain company in Vietnam. In 2019, and recently uh, 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 the team Carter Chain incubated this project, and I became the chief business officer and the co-founder of the MyDeFi Pet in early 2021. And yep, it's nice meeting everyone today, and it's my pleasure.
Well, it's our pleasure to having you here as well. So let's get right started into our life. For the first part, we'll be talking about your project as a whole, My
Mhm.
DeFi Pet. So, could you tell us where did you get the idea for that name, and like how did you come up with that?
Sure. So the name of the project basically speaks for itself, right? So it has three main parts: my, DeFi, and pet, right? So my
Right.
mean pet personalization, a feature that we will
Mm-hmm.
be rolling out later at the future update.
Right.
Basically, is to personalize your pet based on your real life activity. So basically, the third-party app would be linked to the game itself to boost the certain stats of your pet depending on your activity. Right? Let's say you work out a lot using the third-party app, and my
Mm-hmm.
DeFi Pet would track that and increase bonuses for your pet based on let's say like
Mm,
strength, right? So
mm,
DeFi, as we already know, DeFi, right? So DeFi includes, like NFT collection, play to earn, right? So those will be integrated into the game content. So the game will be more in the RPG gene, right? So people would be able to play the game and generate the token as a revenue for the concept play to earn. Pet
mm,
means the NFT collectibles, right? So that can be traded, stake, borrow, land, right? So those features that we already have or we already know for the pet collectibles. Yeah.
that sounds really interesting. Well, I've seen so many like pet games before on
Mm-hmm.
like out there on the network and all that. So, what do you think that makes your project that stand out from all of that games?
Sure. So um, our project is different in the way that the the project itself is developed and built by two different teams, right? So we have
Mm-hmm.
the team from Carter Chain, which is like the expert in blockchain technology, and we
Mm-hmm.
have the team that is the uh, expert in the gaming development, right? So we have Tapbox as one of the best gaming developers in Vietnam currently, and the way that they design the pet, and the game is based on the 3D rendering, right? So it is different than a lot of pet games out there, which is the graphic is a little bit better, and also
Mm,
the game content will be much more in depth than just the regular collecting pet and trading. Yeah.
mm. What would you say is special about the content that you mentioned?
So since Topbox is the has been in the gaming industry for a while, right? So they have so basically we work with them to generate a lot of RPG content for the game. So this game will be more like a RPG game instead of like a regular NFT collection game. So you see
Mm,
more in the in-game feature that those RPG in-game feature will be available, and also those feature will also be the play-to-earn feature that will attract a lot of users in the future. Yeah.
what group of users would you think would like this game would attract the most?
So currently, we have a base of user from Philippines and Brazil that
Mm-hmm.
they are very they are attract with the blockchain game and play to earn feature. So as of now, we have
Mm,
a lot of those players from those two regions, and also we have from US, and we have some user base in Southeast Asia as well. And so our goal is to expand the user base, not just to the blockchain community, but also to the non-blockchain community as well, because this game is,
right.
yeah, yeah.
Well, since like you wanted to expand it to like more non blockchain users and players,
Hmm.
I think some would like struggle a little bit in the beginning. So what would you think that would make the game like easier for those to learn?
Sure, sure. So my DeFi Pet is a blockchain game, so user have to kind of have some learning curve in the beginning, right? But not too much
Right.
compared to other games. So
Mm-hmm.
the way that we design the game is we have like the UX experience, user experience is very smooth in the way that people can just click the button, and all the transaction and all the smart contract interaction will be executed at the fingertip, right? Instead of they execute the smart contract by themselves, and things like that. So we try to put ourselves out there as a gamer, because I'm come from the as the traditional gamer, right? So we put
Mm,
ourselves out there as a user to test the game, to see if we can improve anything that would make this process more streamlined. Yeah.
mm. Well, you mentioned that your like the the people that like come up with this project come from like two like specific two different fields.
Hmm.
Would you tell us about your team members and what kind of job do they do and like what work do they take in charge of in this project?
Sure, sure. So for Top Box team, right, the gaming studio, we have around 20 people, right? So we
Mm-hmm.
have like the game developers, we have the game designer, we have the artists to draw all of the pets, right? We have the animation guy, we have the community managers as well, and we have the basically the main product game product game producer over there to
Mm,
manage the whole project. And in Cottage and side, basically we are in charge of all the crypto related matters, right? So like all the smart contracts, all the partnership, all the listing, talking to the different project to see if we can partner in some aspect of the game to make collaboration between different blockchain games. And in Carter Chain, we have around 10 people doing that, right? So we have as I mentioned, we have the, the developer, we have the people for writing smart contract, we have the game designer in the form of play to earn, right?
Mm.
And also to design the token metrics of the game, token no, game economy as well. Yeah.
So how did you guys meet up? Like when you first started this project, and did you face any challenges while working together in the beginning?
Um, so for the first question, how do we meet? So basically, in Carthage, we are very we have a lot of like good connection with all the traditional businesses.
Mm.
Right. So
Mm-hmm.
when we reach out to explain our business model um, in the traditional business, we are in contact of Topbox, the game studio, right? And at the time, we have some brief idea of making a blockchain game. So basically, the idea was first came from a trading competition in Corridor Chain,
Mm-hmm.
and that the reward for that was for to give the the winners like the NFT pet, and then we design a small area arena for them to battle, and then whichever pet
Mm.
wins get the grand prize, right? So those that was the original idea, and then since we meet the top up teams, and idea comes from comes to the Blossom, right? And then we keep designing the game into more like a traditional game in the form of RPG and incorporating with the blockchain technology and play to earn feature in there. Yeah,
Uh,
and then
when you
the
mentioned
question.
the oh,
Mhm.
it's okay. Oh, like when you mentioned the trading competition, did you like start with a smaller scale kind of model, or did you like use the my DeFi Pet as your product?
So at the time, there wasn't my DeFi Pet yet. So we were in Carter Chain. We had like a small trading competition that we
Mm-hmm.
host. So like last year or like a year before, we normally have trading competition in like the blockchain exchange, right? So they do that
Mm,
a
so
lot, but
you
then we try
open,
to.
I mean,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, you hosted the competition, like your team, or
Yes,
is
our
it another?
team.
Oh,
Yeah, our team
okay.
hosted the competition. Yes, yes.
Yeah, please continue. Sorry for cutting off.
Oh, no, no worries. So I think the second question is whether we was it the any issue working together? Was it right?
Yeah, like were you all friends like close in close contact at first and like just somehow connected, or did you like look for each other, like take time and look for each other for a while before like actually getting into work together?
So basically, the top box team knows the person that Carter Chen knows very well. So we didn't
Mm.
have a lot of any issue working with them, because we have
Oh.
the goals aligned to build the game, right? So their main focus is to make their game as best as possible, and our
Mm-hmm.
focus is to make this game as best as possible in terms of the blockchain. So we have our goals aligned. Yeah.
Okay. Um, so far, what kind of products does my DeFi Pet offer? And how do you think like what kind of like profit does it bring to the users and to your to like the producers as well?
So that's the three question part, right? So what kind of product? So my DeFi Pet is a blockchain game, right?
Right.
That people can buy the pet token to
Mm-hmm.
purchase an egg in the game, and then it will hatch into a pet, right? And you
Mm,
can use a pet to play within the game ecosystem. um,
right.
what profit does it bring to the user? So um, I mean, as of now, people can buy the game at a very low cost, right, compared
Mm,
to other blockchain game that we have
mm-hmm.
out there. And so I would say they are in the early stage of
Right.
joining our game. So that's the benefit, right? And of course, we will have more content and feature coming out. So they will be the one that will be the most beneficial because they have a lot of pets are already acquired within their
Sure.
inventory, right?
Right.
Um, so I think the last question is what profit the do the developers have, right? So basically,
Right.
um, when we launched the game, I mean, before we launched the game, we completed the private sale at
Mm,
different with different venture capitalists, right? So we gained a little bit of money there to start the game. So I think um, we didn't raise a lot, and the reason is that we focus more, we passionate more about the game than the money
mm,
portion. But surprisingly, right, a lot of people join our game, and so far we have more than 1 million pets already bought at 3D pet token each, right? So basically, our revenue for the last 2 months after we released the beta version would be 3 million D-pads, and I mean each D-pad right now I think around like $4 or $5. So you can multiply that. That's a lot of amount of money. But yeah, we didn't anticipate that, but it came out really well on that piece. Yeah.
right. That yeah, that was really remarkable of my DeFi Pet. I mean, it's still on like a very early stage of itself right now.
hmm
So would you somehow like give us a little sneak peek of your maybe future updates for the game, or maybe like kind of recap about your latest update or your latest achievement that you guys had so far?
Okay. I mean the latest achievement that I mentioned is we have more than 1 million pets purchased in
Right.
the
Mm-hmm.
BSC network, right? And we have the total holder of the DPET token reaches more than 100,000 holders just within 2 months. Um, and also the people that play the game, the CCU number reaches to 25,000. The CCU meaning that like the 25,000 people at that single point of moment were online during the game. Right? So that's a lot of players joining the game.
Right. Well,
And then the
that's
daily active
yeah.
user would be like um, I don't have the exact number now, but it was a couple of days ago. It was more than like 40 or 50,000 uh, uh,
Ooh.
daily active user. Yes. So those are the current achievement that we have, and we really appreciate all the support from the user and the players, and also the investors
Of
that
course.
could make it happen, right? And
Right.
in terms of the future, so we recently released the updated roadmap,
Mm-hmm.
right? So let me see if I can share the screen, maybe.
Oh, that would be great.
Yeah, I mean you can find that information in our Telegram channel as well, but
Uh-huh.
I can share it here. Uh,
Yeah, maybe you can share it with the audience and the viewers here.
yes, yes. 1 second. Okay, are you able to see?
I think it's loading right now. All right, it's here. Yep.
Okay, okay. Do you see it is do you see it
Mm-hmm.
is
Yeah.
big, right? Enough to be readable. Okay. So um, the roadmap. So we are in Q3 right now, right? So we
Mm-hmm.
just recently released the breed function from the production feature.
Mm,
So within Q3, we will have the marketplace that people can trade and buy and sell their pet. We have the staking feature for the pet token. We will have
mm,
more in-game feature for like a PvP teaser, the new UI UX. So as I mentioned earlier, we focus a lot in the UI and UX to give the user the best experience as possible.
right.
Um, and then some of these in-game features, right? We also have the season one boss fight event. So this
Mm.
this event is very interesting. So we will
Yeah,
share a portion.
would you like explain about that a little bit?
Sure, sure, sure. So as of now, we have let's say like a 1 million pet bot, right? So we generate 3 million D pet token. So a
Mm-hmm.
portion of that amount will be given back to the community, to the users, right? When they participate in this event. So let's say there will be a big super boss, right? That
Mm,
user can have their pet to battle them, and so there will
mm,
be um, like a certain amount of level of the boss, and each of the level require a certain condition of the pet to be fighting the boss. So if people
mm.
have that pet within that condition, they can join the battle and kill the boss. And at
Oh,
like a certain threshold, right, a certain limit, let's say like 5 level of the boss or 10 level of the boss, will have like a bigger pool that will distribute it to the users as well. So that will be
yeah.
very very
Uh,
interesting. Yeah.
well, what kind of like ranking system that you guys plan on for this event?
So this one is doesn't require a ranking system. So this one is like
Oh,
uh, this is more like a collaboration of all the user to fight the big boss, right? So
oh,
if you have more pet to battle the boss, the more reward you will receive. Yeah.
mm.
Yeah.
Where is it gonna be held? Like on what platform?
So we are so still designing right now, right? So of
Oh,
course it will be in BSC.
okay.
Since the game is playable in BSC and Corridor chain, we also
Mm-hmm.
do the event in Corridor chain. Yeah.
Okay.
So we will give out the announcement
Yeah, sure.
when this nearby. Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, guys, stay tuned for that.
So the next one is the Q4, right? Let me see. So we'll have uh, a new in-game token for play-to-earn feature. So the
Uh-huh.
play-to-earn feature is basically the in-game feature itself in the regular gaming that people see in the RPG genre. So let's say we have like a PvP battle here. So this one is the one maybe you were confused with, right? So this one is the one with the ranking. We have the campaign mode for the PvE. We have the daily quest. We have the world boss that all these will generate a token for the user when they let the pet to participate in these features, right?
Mm,
And also in-game feature, we will release the skill system, the social feature meaning like you can add friends in the game and you can talk to them and things like that, right?
mm, right. Yeah, thank you for that brief description of
Mm-hmm.
the roadmap. Mm. Uh, well, can you explain more about the tokenomic distribution of my DeFi pets, in particular the pets?
Okay, so let me share this file.
Mm,
So token. Is it token economics or token metrics? Is it the one that like a total supply, the portion
Um,
there?
yeah, like the proportion, like how many is gonna be held and how many is gonna be like
Okay, okay,
minded. Yeah, yeah, something like
okay,
that.
okay. So basically, we have 100 million DPET token total supply,
Hmm.
right? We don't win more than that. That's a fixed cap.
Hmm.
Maybe let me share my screen and then
Yeah,
it's
visual
easier. Yeah,
presentation would help.
yeah. Okay. So let me know when you can see it.
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Yeah, it's loading right now. Okay.
Okay. Um, so basically we have total supply 100 million token, right? So
Mm-hmm.
we did the private sale for around 20 million token, and the private sale is the vesting 10% monthly. Public
Right.
sale is around 2 million token is 100% unlocked during the IDO, right? So we have the
Mm-hmm.
team for 16 million token. It is locked for 1 year and then vest linearly over a year.
Mm.
Yeah, also for advisor, same concept. For partner, so we have 10 million token, lock 6 months, vest in 1 year.
Mm-hmm.
Right. We have the reserve, the 18 million token, lock 1 year, vest 2 years. And then we have the marketing portion, which is locked 1 month and then vested 5% monthly. So these are the um, but yeah, the overall metrics of the token.
Right.
Yeah,
Wow, that was really detailed. Thank you for that.
yeah, no problem.
Yeah. So we'll move on to the next part of this slide, which is talking about your business plan.
Hmm.
Um, so I would like to know which area are you guys focusing on right now, and what are the goals maybe in this year for My DeFi Pet?
So the goals for my DeFi Pet is to have the more user, the better. Right.
Mm-hmm.
So our business goal is basically we would be able to generate the revenue from the pet sales and also from the collection fee that we have. So we will release the marketplace that people can trade their pet on, right? So it will have the smart contract that will be audited, very secure, that people can be comfortable to trade their pet on without being scared of getting scam and things like that. So we have the marketplace that will charge a small amount of fee for each of the transaction. So we also have the breeding feature that costs some DPET as well. So that's also one source of the revenue that we would have.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Well, that's yeah. Yeah, I love how you have like a clear vision for your project like in the near future and also like far as well. Um, so uh, how is your community growing right now? How do you plan on nourishing the community globally or maybe like improve the user experience?
Yes, yes. So our community is growing rapidly right now. So
Mm-hmm.
I think our Telegram channel reaches to 50,000 people.
Right. Yeah.
And we have the Facebook channel as well, and we have the Facebook from the Philippines official channel. That one gains more than 100,000 members, I believe.
Mm,
Yes, so that's a huge
right.
community, and we also plan
Right.
to grow the community in different region as well. Yes.
Yeah, I really appreciate the all the numbers and like all the information that you've just given out. Um, so I think right now we'll move on to the Q&A part, which is where I'm gonna pick five questions. Um,
Hmm.
yeah, for the giveaway as well.
Okay.
Uh, yeah. So question number one. Relating to the marketing term, are you planning to collaborate with streamers since they are very effective on promoting gaming projects? Ooh, that's a really good one.
Yes, yes. So that's something that we have planned in the long run, right? So we are in contact with the game streamer from Vietnam, like
Mm,
the big ones. Then once we have all the play to earn features, so they will be the one that will collaborate with us to stream their games on there. We also
mm,
have a lot of people from the Philippines community that would like to collaborate with us on the streaming side as well. So we have those in plan already. Yes.
mm. Well, that's interesting. Will it be announced soon, or maybe like we have to wait a little more for that?
For the streaming or
Yeah, yeah, like the collaboration that you guys are planning on.
yes. So once we roll out the play to earn feature, that's when we start collaborating with them. Yeah.
Cool. Okay. Um, so for question number two, does my DeFi Pet have any community created events for players? If yes, what can users be beneficial from it?
Sure. So very very good question. So
Right.
we had one community event. It was I think a couple of weeks ago that we had the pet design contest. So
Ooh.
basically, user from different community can draw their pet, and
Mm-hmm.
surprisingly, a lot of them have really good artistic skill. That the
Right.
pets are really amazing.
Mm.
So that's the community created event for the players. So when we go to the final round, we pick the pet, and actually that pet will be introduced to the game as well when we release the next set of pets. Yes.
Mm. Well, like, do the pets have any kind of like special features, or they just kind of like draw it out, like just like an image of it?
So when the user participating in the event, they actually have really good drawing for the pet. It's
Right.
not just like a simple drawing.
Right.
Yeah. So the um, we announce like the winner of the event, right? Um, so when we release the next set of pet, that pet will be remembered by that person because this is the design from him.
I mean, like, do the pets have any well, what I cause well, like what they can do in the game and what they can bring to the players? Like, do they have any special features like that?
So as of now, we have, so each of the pet has their own like body and parts, right? So it's
Right.
basically randomized using the blockchain technology. That pet will have like some special ability, of course. Like, so each pet has their
Mm-hmm.
own unique sets of
Right, right.
skills and ability. So that new pet will also have a unique ability as well. And
Can
in
you
terms
give,
of like the
yeah, can you give like an example of one of like the best pets that you've seen?
um So let me see if I have some picture, right?
Sure.
Yeah. So I think like we give out some hints um in the when I presented the new roadmap. So
Uh-huh.
as you can see, it was three different pets there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, let me see. So you can see my screen, right?
Right, yeah.
So that's like a
Oh,
cameo here that maybe if people pay attention, they will see these
right.
these three guys there. So these
Oh,
are the new guys that will be released. Yeah,
were those from the competition that you mentioned, or is it from your producers?
um,
Like, yeah, like those
mhm.
characters are made by like the community members or by the producers.
I think one of them is from the community members. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Um, so yeah, we'll move on to the next question. This one is asking about the most challenging aspect of developing this game. And yeah, like can you tell about like that? Um, what um what is
Sure,
difficult
sure,
for you guys right now? Yeah.
sure. So the game design. I don't know if you're familiar with game design, right? So when the traditional game, they design a game and they test the game, it go through multiple phases, right? And
Mm-hmm.
it comes out and to avoid any errors or bugs and things like that. When we design blockchain game, is like a whole different level, right?
Mm-hmm.
So before we can test the game content itself, we have to make sure the blockchain part is super secure, right? Because
Right.
it's related to people, money, people investment, right?
True. Yeah.
And also, like for game design, you can try and tweak things here and there. But for blockchain, when you deploy a smart contract, is stuck in there. It's stuck in the blockchain, right?
Mm,
You cannot change
mm,
it. So
right.
we have to do a lot of testing in the test net to make sure that things works the way that it should be. Yeah. So that's the most challenging aspect of blockchain gaming.
Right. Oof, I think, well, sounds like you guys went through a lot. Well, yeah. Well, but you're here now and you guys still working on it and you're still making success. That's
Thank you, thank you. We're trying our
that's really
best.
impressive. Um, talking about security, how is the security of this project? How do you guys protect your players from scammers and hackers that can cause loss for players' assets?
So for the security of the project, that all the smart contract were audited by the blockchain audit team,
Mm,
and it passed with 100% pass, right? So
mm,
in terms of that, it's very secure for people to play game using our system. In terms of so in blockchain, there are multiple ways that the hacker or scammer can get to you,
yeah,
and I mean we have some articles explaining, kind of like teach people a little bit about blockchain. So hopefully people did a little bit of self-learning to avoid those, right? Because it's a wide world out there for blockchain.
right,
Yeah.
true. Um, so for the last question that we have today, how can you make sure that the in-game transactions shall be sufficient for the operation and development of my DeFi Pet?
In-game transaction shall be sufficient. Do you mean, 'cause I'd like to get clarification on this piece, right? Is it the transaction in terms of the blockchain transaction or the gaming transaction, right? So if it's
Oh, well, I mean, I think the one that asked this talking about like the in games, like the gaming transactions.
Okay, okay. Um, so I'm trying to answer this question. Hopefully, it helps clarify the
Mm-hmm.
question from the users, right? So the
Yeah.
in-game transaction right now we have, since we are growing faster than we anticipate, right? So we have a lot of a lot of transaction in the game that requires a huge amount of scale up from the infrastructure, and we are trying our best to scale up the servers, scale up the team to meet the current demand from the users, right? Because right now we're growing from let's say that from the beginning of the game, the beta release was around like a 1,000 daily user. Now we have more than 50,000 people daily user, and for the people that continuously online playing the game, it's like a 25,000 people. So that's a huge amount that the server can handle. So we that
Mm.
requires a lot of upgrades in the server, upgrade infrastructure, hiring more people in the team to handle those. Um, so I hope that does it answer the question?
Well, I think that's satisfying enough for the viewers' concerns. Uh,
Okay.
yeah. So, well, I mean, time is up, and I think we've covered quite a lot about my DeFi pet. So, shall we wrap up, John?
Sure, sure. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, thank you for joining our live today. And also, we'll be posting the winners of the giveaway on our BSC Army Twitter and Telegram channels. So stay tuned for that. And also, don't forget to claim your rewards. Um, John, thank you for staying with us today. And thank you for explaining a lot about Modify Pet for the viewers and also myself. Um, hope to see you again in the future, and I hope you the best for Modify Pet.
Thank you, Christian. Thank you, BSC Army, for having me today. It was a very blast AMA that we have, and yeah, thanks again.
Yeah, well, same for us. So, goodbye, guys. We'll be back with more interesting videos every single week, so stay tuned.